99. Check. No drip this. What? Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die. Stretch. Tell them run it up.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the videos. We are back from Gatlinburg. I apologize, it's been a little bit of time. I started a brand new job like right after Gatlinburg, and so I've been kind of a little bit busy with that and getting used to everything again and all sorts of stuff and getting things prepared for Riverside. So it's been tough for me to really get motivated to go produce any content or come over here and work on the car. But do have some new things happening. Today we are going to be working on the subframe. I needed to get the old bushings out of it a couple weeks back. We didn't have time before Gatlinburg. So today we're going to try and pull the subframe outside and set the old bushings on fire. And I have something else to show you guys. You see this behind me? This is my new truck. So after doing Gatlinburg in a rental truck, and them giving me a truck that was too small and costing me way too much money, I decided I needed to buy a truck, and a buddy of mine happened to be selling his F250, so I picked it up for a pretty good deal. And I think my intention is that I'm going to keep it for the time being and use it sometime in the new year. Well, once I'm going to clean some stuff up on it, but sometime in the new year I'm probably going to sell it and then start, or at least when I find like the perfect truck, I will sell this and put the money into hopefully picking up an Excursion, because that's what I actually want. But yeah, it's just a 7.3 F250. It's a 99 extended cab, short bed. It's got a leveling kit on it. These are 18 Lariat wheels, I think. Some newer mirrors. It's tuned, basic stuff. It's pretty sweet. It drives nice. It's a 5-speed manual. But this is not a truck channel. I will not be doing a diesel build, so don't expect me to really go into detail about anything on that, to be honest with you. But if you guys are interested in purchasing it once I'm done with it, please let me know. It's a 7.3, you know, they're reliable. So anyway, let's get on to the LS. Go ahead. What's up, puppy? Alright, so we need to try and get this thing outside, and basically need to set all 4 of these on fire, and hopefully they'll burn out, and then try and get the metal sleeves out, which is probably going to be the hard part. Alright, that was way more effort than it needed to be, but it's outside. Well, I wanted to avoid buying a blowtorch to do this, but I guess you kind of need a blowtorch. It ain't burning very well. This stuff works, it just doesn't, I feel like it doesn't get hot enough, so it's not staying like lit up and then actually setting fire to the bushings. It's just burning the gel. Needs to get hot enough so that the bushings actually catch fire and stay on fire. Giving in, and we're gonna go to Tractor Supply Go and buy a blowtorch. I looked online, it's like $22. I'm gonna stop being a cheap ass just so that we can do this. But sorry, I can't see anything because Ari's too goddamn big. Setting them on fire, like the bushings actually seem like they catch on fire and they stay up for like a minute or so and then they go out. I was kind of hoping you'd be able to actually like catch them on fire and they would just kind of burn slowly, but I keep trying to like keep them lit and there's not getting anywhere. Like, it's better than where we started, but it's really not doing shit, I swear. Oh, it's moving. Aha. Wait a second. Wait, are you fucking kidding me? The whole time that I was burning that shit on top, it was nothing but a fucking rubber bushing. Dude, it's moving.
It literally,
Ah, motherfucker. More bottle. Alright, so after hours of bullshitting, I finally discovered that there are little rubber bushings on top of the bushings. So take those off first, and then you need to hammer the top so the inside comes down, because the bottom of it has like a metal flange on it. And if you try and set fire to the metal, it's not going to do anything. So hammer that out, so then you have some rubber to actually burn. And then once it's on fire, it will stay on fire. Like so. Banana bread, work, dude. Hell yeah. Like a glove. That shit is straight up moving.
yeah, that one's like, just keep hammering it and it's gonna come out.
Yep. Sure enough. Ta-da! Just gotta set it back on fire.
When you have Taco Bell for dinner.
That's what my asshole looks like. Okay, so maybe it does take 30 minutes if you know what the fuck you're doing.
Which we didn't. We're just like,
We did
set
not.
everything on fire.
Alright, it is getting a little bit late, and I feel kind of bad hammering on this thing with somebody's house being right over there. So I'm gonna call it a day. Pretty much come back over tomorrow and pick up where I left off, and hopefully get these the rest of the way out and try and get the new ones in. But I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, day 2 of working on the subframe bushings back over at the shop. You could easily do this in a day. I would suggest watching this video first so that you can see the mistakes that I make and then learn from them when you go to do it. Yesterday, I didn't end up coming over here until relatively late in the day anyway. We did waste a couple of hours really trying to figure out how to get started on it. And then once it was going, it was kind of okay, but it got too late that I didn't want to be out here like hammering stuff because there's a house like right over there. Today, I'm getting back to it. I'm over here a little bit earlier, but hopefully it's not gonna be too big of a pain in the ass. So, where we left off yesterday, these are out minus the metal shim that is left over in those. So still have to get that out. And then these are not even close to out, and I couldn't quite figure out why. So I'm going to try hitting these. This side, I literally tore all of the rubber up. Like, we stuck a screwdriver through it like a million times. And so I feel like that should be able to break away pretty easy and come out, because like if you try and move that around, it moves a whole bunch. There's barely anything holding it on. We can worry about putting the new bushings in another day. I don't know if I'm gonna have to like press them in, or I might need to throw them in the freezer overnight and then bring them here. For now, at least, I need to get those old bushings out. That's main priority. Apologize that this video isn't anything that exciting, but you know, there's certain things on the car that just need to be done, and it's not always going to be like fun and games and the cool stuff like dialing and fitment. There's always going to be some sucky stuff. How that is not like able to just fall out or be hammered out yet is beyond me. Please don't hit Michael's car. Oh, and if you care about the way that the bottoms of your arms look, maybe don't do this, because mine are all like scratched up to shit now, but they're Godspeed, so I don't care. Oh. Yes! Fuck me. Okay, so I'm not sure if there's a better method to do that. We tried burning through on those sides and it really didn't take to it. So I think the best way is to kind of just put as many holes through it as possible with a screwdriver or a drill, break it up as much as you can and get that center section out. And now I'm going to try burning that inside section because that's what I did on the rear ones. So hopefully that works. I would highly recommend having a buddy on hand to help you maneuver a subframe around. It's really difficult on your own, unless you're like 6'5", fucking hench as fuck. But I'm 5'8" and like not hench as fuck. Doesn't take long once it's actually on fire. Like once you get the center part out and you can kind of burn some of this rubber, it's super quick for it to be done after that. And then I guess the hard part's probably going to be the shims, so we'll see when we get there. So I've been trying to get the shims out. This one is like almost out, but I did just literally snap the screwdriver in half. I would recommend using a screwdriver that you do not care about. Yeah, it's getting there. Other people have recommended cutting this. I don't have like any kind of cutting wheel or any kind of cutting device that will fit in there to cut slits in it and like loosen it up. So I've just been putting the screwdriver in the edge, hammering it in, and then just pushing leverage on it to like bend it in like that. And this one's basically loose. I think if I flip it over and hit it down from the other side, it should come out. Ta-da! They're all done except one. I'm on my last one trying to get this sleeve out. It's so close. Yes. Fucking bitch. Finally, they're all done. This is the rear. I didn't expect it to do this, but it's not in there completely, but that's not bad. So I'm not really sure if it's supposed to have like that slight little bit of play in it. That definitely isn't the best thing, because obviously the last thing that I want is to have everything bolted back up and it have, you know, some kind of rattle to it, and any kind of play like that is going to cause that. Yeah, I don't know. That one feels tighter. I think I just need to flip this thing over one more time. Hopefully. I'm absolutely dead. I'm definitely going to feel this tomorrow at work, but that's fine. It's worth it. So it turns out this is another metal shim. This still needs to come out on both sides. Okay, that took me a whole nother hour. Fuck this shit. I still have one more to do. Decided I am not filming the rest of this because I'm so tired and I just want to get this done. I really need to go home and eat, get some stuff done, and go to bed because I work at 5. So. Alright guys, it brings me great shame to do this, but I'm gonna have to end off the video. I feel pretty defeated right now. I was only planning to be over here for about 2 or 3 hours today because I really thought that it was going to be easier than it was. Just really kind of in pain right now. My back, my arms, my legs, my fingers, my hands, everything hurts. It would be worth it if it was done, but because I'm stuck with it not being done and I still have to come back and do more, that's the only thing that frustrates me, is because I don't want to have to like not be in pain and then go back to being in pain just to finish this. This is how it goes working on cars. Some days are going to be fun and great and exciting because you're dialing in fitment and it looks awesome and you get to see some kind of a result from it, and some days are just going to suck because you're doing medial bullshit that has to be done but is never fun and you really don't see any difference. For anybody who's curious as to why I'm doing this, basically I just wanted to get the rear end to sit a little bit lower. So these bushings are solid, and I mean that's more of a performance upgrade, it's for stiffness, but they are riser bushings. Basically the stock bushings had 12 mil extra of material on top of them, which kind of spaced the subframe from the unibody, and these do not have that, so in theory the subframe is going to sit flush to the body. And that 12 mil is obviously going to have the subframes sit 12 mil higher, so half an inch. Doesn't sound like all that much difference, but when you're really kind of just battling to get the car that little bit lower, it does make a huge difference, or at least I hope it does. And for anybody that is interested in where you can get these, I'm going to put the guy's Instagram in the description. It's Loveless Fab. The guy's Instagram, I think, is Static Homie Kwan. But also, if anybody's curious why I haven't raised the diff, I actually don't need to. Raising the subframe is obviously going to raise that diff just a little bit more with it. I've actually not had any issues with my diff catching the ground. My car is low, but it's actually kind of aero low. The kit that's on it is fairly aggressive, and so even if it was static, then yes, I would have to do that, and then you have to notch for the axles and everything, but because I'm bagged, like even at my low drive height, I'm good, and aired out, the axles are probably fairly close, but they're not hitting, so axles are good, and the diff, I personally haven't had any issues, but we'll see. I mean, if I get it on there and drive it and all of a sudden the diff is dragging, then I guess we'll have to pull it back out, which I don't particularly want to have to do, but I'm pretty confident that's not going to happen. Anyways, guys, sorry for rambling on. Thank you for watching this video. Please go to the website, cop some stuff. Riverside is coming up in a couple of weeks, and those Burn the House Down shirts are still on the site, although there's not many of them left. So go ahead and grab those. I only made 100 of them, not doing them again, but thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.